Hello, everybody. Hello out there in the world. I hope you're all doing fine on this lovely Saturday afternoon. BeatoTube Studio is now active, and we are fully operational. Hello, I am the DJ Atomica, and today we are once again playing Paranormasight, the 7 Mysteries of Honjo. I'm not on the main menu today because I felt like the story tree music was a better background for the starting soon screen. This game has proven to be a wild exceeding of my every expectation. It is so much deeper and so much longer than I expected it to be. We're essentially following 3 major storylines. I guess I should do a bit of a recap. Last time on Paranormasight for those who are just joining us today. We are in the city of Honjo. And some kind of paranormal death game is afoot. It's maybe a bit formal to call it a death game, but that's the language that I've chosen to use because it most resembles that to my eyes. We are playing in the shoes of multiple different characters. Here, I can actually show you over here. We are playing as Haru Shigima, a grieving mother who lost her son to a kidnapper. Tetsuo Tsutsumi, a hardened detective who's seen paranormal stuff before on the force. He used to work for the police's paranormal division. And Yako Sakazaki, a high schooler who tried to contact the spirit of her dead childhood friend and is now knee-deep in this whole debacle. Something is going on in the state of Honjo. Something is amiss. At a certain time, on a certain night, a bunch of people, including all 3 of us, got chosen, for lack of a better word, by several cursed powers. The idea is that there's this ritual called the Rite of Resurrection, that if a person collects enough soul dregs by killing people with curses, they can then use those soul dregs as fuel to resurrect someone from the dead. Each curse power has slightly different conditions to activate it, and they are each related to the, quote, 7 Mysteries of Honjo, which are more numerous than 7. There's not actually 7 Mysteries of Honjo, there's 10, or 9, something like that. It's weird, it's based on folklore and stuff like that. Every cursed power is related to the mystery, the sort of the legend of one of the 7 Mysteries of Honjo. And each curse's conditions are also related to that legend. If one of the curse bearers, as they're called, kills a regular person with their curse, they get a small amount of soul dregs. If, however, they kill another curse bearer, they get a significantly larger number of soul dregs. So, the curse bearers are incentivized to go after each other. On top of that, the curses only appear to work at night, so they're sort of confined to sunset hours. And on top of that, every curse bearer is sort of possessed is not exactly the right word, but they are overcome, instilled with murderous intent, or more murderous intent, by the curse stones during the night. They are more willing to kill. Now, there's a couple exceptions to this. Tetsuo the detective apparently can tank this murderous intent pretty well, and he doesn't really have much more intent to kill. But everyone else seems to be influenced by the curse's power to not be as upset about taking human life. Now, what we just discovered last time was that all of these stories kind of relate to one another. They've come together finally. Yako Sakazaki's childhood friend, who was seemingly killed, she was staying in an apartment with her family, her mother, and her stepfather. We went to go investigate, and it turns out the stepfather, on top of being, wildly abusive in the normal sense, was also definitely some kind of paranormal cultist who was in prison with a serial killer by the name of Nejima, who was... God, there's so many... Can I see it here? I can see it here, yes. I'm wondering if... I'm wondering if it says it here. Yes. Okay. So, they were performing human sacrifice, is sort of the long and short of what this cult was doing. And guess who they sacrificed? That's right, it was... It was Harushigima's son. Her kidnapped son was kidnapped because she is family of the police department, and because they needed a human sacrifice for their immortality ritual. And we just discovered evidence of all of this in the friend of Yako Sakazaki's apartment. That was unclear. The apartment where Yako Sakazaki's childhood friend lived with her cultish stepfather. So after this big revelation, we are then thrown back into the story tree and given a choice of which of these three storylines we want to pursue going forward. I think I'm just going to go top to bottom on this one. We're going to start with Haru's storyline. Yes, and we also get a summary of previous events here. Haru and Richter, which is this gentleman in the picture here, he's a private investigator who is fully aware of everything that, of all the paranormal curse stuff, all the Rite of Resurrection stuff that Haru has been embroiled in. So Richter's on our side, as far as we can tell. He is fully aware of everything, as far as we can tell. And he's trying to help us as much as he can with our goals, which our goal primarily was to get more information about our son's kidnapping, but also to try and sort of, I guess, basically mug the other curse bearers for their curse stones so that we can collect soul dregs without having to kill anyone. That's sort of the plan on this end. So, Haru and Richter break into the Shiraishi residence with the detectives. That's what happened last time. That's where we found all the cult memorabilia. They find a journal left behind by the deceased Iwai, finally revealing the mystery behind the kidnapping. Haru, however, remains unsatisfied. So let's jump in. Harushigima, 1 p.m. All right, so we're in the afternoon now. It's getting close to sunset, which means that the death game is about to start again. I think they call it the Feast of Shadows. No, the Feast of Shadows is like I don't know. They describe it as like a field around Honjo that's making these curse powers possible. I don't know. That's sort of how I've been referring to the death game so far, is the Feast of Shadows. In further news... Uh-oh, I have to sneeze. Alright, I think I'm good. For now. In other news, I'm done sneezing. Today, the body of an adult male was discovered in the residence of one Toshiko Shiraishi around noon. The man, identified as Kankichiro Iwai, is said to have been in a relationship with Toshiko. He was unemployed at the time of his death. Really just got to twist the knife on that one, don't you? While further investigations are still underway, it's suspected that his death is connected to the recent serial killings in Honjo. Well, they're not wrong about that. Evidence on the scene may also implicate Mr. Iwai in the unsolved child abduction and murder case from last year. Yes, okay, so that's also made it out to the public. Well, ma'am, I've never noticed that he has fingerless gloves before. That's very on brand for Richter. It seems like we've managed to settle one part of the kidnapping case for now. Let's begin discussing our next steps. Right. You gonna make me look around? All right. See, now, another thing that I'm on the lookout for at every point in this game. Wait, no, I've already gotten you. Right. I'm on the lookout for these bird stickers hidden around the levels. I know they give us a whole list of clues on where to find them. And I have the sneaking suspicion that A, I am not finding them all, and B, me finding them all is somehow going to be crucial to getting the true ending. I don't know if there is multiple endings or a true ending, but that feels like something that it would do. Surrounded by darkness, jackpot. Approach the net. Approach the net. What does that mean? Yeah, because there's these gaps. And it's starting to make me think that I've been missing things. Excited detective, waiting at the entrance. I don't know. I can only pray that it's not vital to the story. Alright, let's think. Next up, what do we need to do to get our hands on a curse stone filled with soul dregs? Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna presume that none of the stuff in the room is relevant, and I'm just gonna talk straight to Richter about the kidnapping. Judging by the official announcement, it seems what Iwai wrote is likely true. With both the kidnapper and his young accomplice dead, the police should be able to handle the rest. Now that it's over, I can't help but think how pitiful it all is. We never would have known a thing had we not found his journal. Carelessness is what usually leads to crimes like these being exposed. It was pretty much the same with the Nejima murders. But stumbling across the answer by pure chance really makes you think. It makes my skin crawl to think of how many cases like this are left undiscovered. Me too. It's certainly disturbing. More about the kidnapping, please. Well, with the kidnapping case all wrapped up, we can focus our efforts on obtaining the right of resurrection, yes? Alright, so he's just still on board with all this. He's... Truth be told, he probably could have dipped right now after... after figuring out the kidnapping case, but no, he's on board with the right of resurrection. Either he's kind of ride or die, or he's very professional, or he has ulterior ambitions. All of these are possibilities. Indeed. I'm counting on you. About the remaining curse bearers. Alright, let's reassess this curse situation. Right. I must admit, I never expected the police to be so on top of things. The Chief Inspector, Tetsuo Tsutsumi, provided us with a good wealth of information. I'm surprised he knew so much about the curse bearers. Do you think they noticed I'm one of them? I'm pretty sure Ario didn't. The Chief Inspector, on the other hand, we'll have to be careful around him. But if he had suspected anything, I'm sure he would have detained us. We should stay vigilant moving forward. Agreed. Even if we steal a curse stone, you may not be able to successfully perform the rite unless you're a curse bearer yourself. Would you be okay with hanging onto the stone from now on? Of course. Just don't use it, though, okay? Yeah, I mean, what a trustworthy face, right? Like, look at this. Do you look at this face and do you not see anything but trustworthiness? I mean, look at these bright eyes. Look at this innocent smile. Look at this totally not slightly disheveled look. I'm sure we can trust her with the power to kill. Oh, right. Yeah, I mean, she just, paused for consideration after being asked not to kill people with her curse power. Absolutely, it's fine. If what we've heard is true, there are just 3 curse bearers left to be discovered. There's the Whispering Canal, the Beckoning Light, and the Taiko of Tsugaru left to investigate. to investigate. It may benefit us to visit the places connected to these stories a few times. I see. I'm still highly suspicious of the people at Hihaku Soaps. They could be the ones pulling the strings. Oh yeah, that was another thing, is that this major soap conglomerate is involved in the mysteries. Yeah, no, soap. You heard that right. They are headed by an older woman who is trying to extend her life, fair enough, and is kind of just dumping money and resources into anybody researching the paranormal or the rite of resurrection. That included the serial killer Nejima, it kind of looks like, and his, cult operation that we just uncovered. And it also looks like she might be it really feels like she might be a curse bearer. We haven't confirmed this, but her right-hand man is, going around collecting curse stones as well, under the auspices of trying to, keep stability in the community, because, the corporation just wants to give so much back. I'm much more suspicious. Like Richter. That Takumi Yumioka fella is probably aware of the curse bearers we're searching for. Tracking his movements may prove to be useful. You want to follow him? If we were to follow anyone, he'd be my first choice. But... damn it. Times like these really have me wishing I had more personnel. I imagine it's tough working on your own. It's the plight of running a small business. I'm always on the hunt for a skilled assistant. Hey, we might we might have a job. We're related to the police. We've got experience. We're pretty clever ourselves. We've got a tragic backstory. I mean, we could work at a private eye agency, absolutely. And then there's Nejima, who appears to be a curse bearer too. The one-sided reed, I think it was. If we want to look for someone that's likely to gather a whole lot of soul dregs, well, look no further. He did say he would unleash his curse on a large number of people at nightfall. If he gets the chance to, if the chief inspector manages to track down Michio, then, well, there's a chance he'll manage to apprehend Nejima before he gets up to no good. But why did you tell the chief inspector about the safe house? If he hadn't had that lead. It was written in Iwai's memoirs. It was just a matter of time till he found out. Yeah, again, such a trustworthy face. And also the implications that we should have withheld information about a serial killer's hideout so that we could get to them first. I mean, yeah. Girl is not kempt. She is falling apart. Besides, we're talking about a massacre here. I can't just turn a blind eye. How different is it from any other curse bearer collecting soul dregs? Well, if we're talking Nejima, it could be a lot more dangerous. We'll just keep a close eye on Nejima and the cops. What about the girl from before, Ayame Tono? Do you think she could be a curse bearer? Well, there's a chance she could have gone and stolen someone else's curse stone by now. Ayame Tono. Hold on, I need to remind myself. Persons of interest. Ayame Tono. Is that the girl from the bridge who wanted the, who wanted to bring back the artist? Yeah, yeah. She, she was, working with another curse bearer. Her goal is to, I think, kind of do the same thing as us, which is like steal a curse stone at some point and then bring back a famous artist. I don't fully think that she's going to be super involved in all this, but I've been wrong before. Well, there's a chance she could have gone and stolen someone else's curse stone by now. That's possible too, but... We haven't been to Midoricho Park yet. The place connected to the Taiko of Tsugaru. Ah, right. That's close to where she lives. What if she was a curse bearer this entire time? She could have lied. It's possible. It would make her a brilliant actress to boot. The idea's got me itching to investigate her again. Alright, well that's sounding like a pretty good first step. That place is rather suspicious. If only we could run into someone there. Oh, we're asking about you. Richter? Yes? Ah, that's right. Would you mind if we make a stop on our way? We can make it quick. I apologize for the diversion, but I'd like to visit a candy store if possible. Huh? I suppose I don't mind. Right, okay. Richter's trying to investigate Yako Sakazaki. Because Yako lives above a candy store. I think her family owns a candy store, actually. Alright, let's move. Then shall we depart? From this point on, you'll be given the option to finish investigation, which will allow you to immediately end this part. From there, you can continue on to the next part. You may also come back and restart this section from the point which you left off. Okay, that's cool. I don't think I'm going to be using that right now. Let's go to the candy shop. God, his stance is so fascinating. He's effortlessly dramatic. Senoya, these children seem pretty fond of this place. It looks comparatively new. They must have done renovations not long ago. Richter, think. I can think, that's true. I can always think. Surroundings. The shop's close to the park, so children have been coming and going without pause. Places like this candy shop have been slowly disappearing from the street view recently. Vending machines? Are we hungry? Are we thirsty? Looks like not. There are some vending machines. You can buy canned juice for 100 yen. That's pretty cheap. That's pretty cheap. These days, vending machines sell a lot of things beside juice, too. 100 yen? I mean, this is back in the, I don't know, the 1980s, I think? Early 80s? So, you know, adjust for inflation, but still, that's pretty cheap. Apparently, Richter likes to visit local candy shop in every district he visits. I figure... hold on. That's weird. That's weird that Richter said that. Because that's clearly not why he's investigating this. He's investigating this because it's connected to Yako Sakazaki. But he just lied to Haru by saying that this is something that he just does. So yeah, I'm thinking Richter might be working an ulterior motive at this point, but... I mean, if he's investigating Sakazaki, then he's on to the actual curse bearer. Or to an actual curse bearer. I figured once you've seen one, you've seen them all, but in reality, each one has its own unique displays and colors to match the locale. It kind of irks me that we stopped here simply for the sake of entertainment. But I suppose he needs time like this to relax and recenter his mind. He works so vigorously every day. Yeah, no, that's not what's going on here. Can I think more? No, okay. He's up in front with the kids to participate in a raffle. It's weird seeing an adult this age enjoying himself so much at a candy store. Oh, it seems he didn't win anything. He's pouting so hard even the kids are laughing at him. What a hero. Participating in a raffle, yeah. Look at his smile, he must have won something. How nice. Holy crap! This one is super rare. It's Fair Feather, the coolest peacock around. Oh, so it is. That's a pretty big win, huh? Oh, we got the... Okay, so the birds are not just found in the environment. That's useful information. Yeah. I think I might have missed a bunch of these, actually. Oh well. What else are we here for? I mean, we can move again. Why? We stopped here simply for the sake of entertainment. Maybe it was literally just for the bird. Could be. Alright, let's go check out this park. Midoricho Park. First things first, check the surroundings. Everyone is relaxing so peacefully in the park. It's hard to imagine it was the site of some horrid curse, and there she is. Hello. You appear to be one of the only characters that is not a shadowy outline. Would you mind explaining your importance to the plot? There you are. Come on. Woman, yeah. Surroundings. Think as well. What do I think? Phillips have yet to determine who the remaining curse bearers are. We have to find them soon. True. Richter, how are you doing? Richter seems to be a little nervous when Ayame Tono was mentioned. Or was I just imagining it? Why would he be nervous? Hello, Lordling. How are you doing today? Happy Saturday. It's warmed up fairly significantly here where I am, so I hope you are experiencing more comfortable weather as well. What is it? What's the forecast, actually? Okay, it's going to dip down over the weekend, but yeah, it's finally warm again. Just wish I'd get notifications. So is it like... Is it just Twitch that's not putting out the notifications? That seems weird to me. Yeah, it's just Twitch. That is strange, because I've been getting notifications pretty consistently. So I don't think it's broken on my end. I wonder if there's like some setting in your Twitch mobile that's like filtering notifications for you. Anyway, I'm glad you made it, Lordling. I hope the day is treating you well. We are just now getting back into investigations. Nothing really serious has happened so far. We are playing the Haru and Richter storyline. Yeah, either way, here now to watch, and I appreciate it. Thank you for being here. Haru and Richter have decided that, they're going to start investigating the remaining unidentified curse bearers, because the police have kind of tracked down a lot of them already, and we're trying to snag some of the curse stones for ourselves. And we've decided first to investigate this strange woman who was working with the guy on the bridge. She wanted to kind of do the same thing we did, to bring an artist back to life, which, I don't know, feels like maybe a bit of a waste. I mean, like if you're going to bring somebody back, at least bring somebody back who, I don't know, you've lost. I don't know. Maybe the artist means a lot to her. Who knows? Hey, that lady over there. That's Ayame Tono. Huh? She seems to be trying to hide. Let's watch for a little bit. We don't want to startle her and have her run off on us. Let's sit and watch her for now, which is in no way creepy at all. That won't scare her. Alright. I think we're actually kind of just... That's the only thing we have to do here. Surroundings. Nothing back there. That's a tree. I know my trees. You can't fool me. I guess I'll also be on the lookout for birds. As in, like, bird stickers. Don't see anything. They like to sometimes hide these things in the foreground, but nope, I'm not seeing anything. Let's just go with Ayame Tono. Alright, I'll be right back. Ah, he's gone. I suppose he really wanted to talk with her. Yeah, no, Richter's going off and doing his own thing a lot recently. Ever since we kind of closed the kidnapping case and we're left only with the curses, Richter's been getting very independent. I think he may be doing something. Oh, there he is. Just the like startled noise and then like peering out from behind a tree. Tell me this does not look like a screenshot from Dora the Explorer. Where is Swiper? Where's Swiper the Fox? There he is. Oh, there he is, behind the tree. Swiper knows swiping, Richter. Thank you very much. 100%. This is a Dora the Explorer. It's just like, whoop, from behind the tree. Oh, that was beautiful. Does he mean to jump out and surprise her from behind? That can't be a good idea. Huh? Does he mean to intimidate her? Ah, she noticed. I guess his purpose was to talk with her after all. You can tell he's being, like, very extra with his presentation. He's, like, sort of, like, posing about and gesticulating his arms. I wonder what they're talking about. He doesn't look like he's planning to run. Or it doesn't look like she's planning to run. Oh, they're coming here. What in the hell did you say to her, Richter? Here she is. What do you think? Smooth work by the master, hmm? Yes, very smooth. Hello. Thank you so much for yesterday. I know this is sudden, but I'm actually being pursued right now. Yeah, by Richter. By Swiper the Fox. Pursued? By who? I think it's the police. Would you be willing to provide me shelter? From the police? I figured we could hear her out and see what kind of mess she's gotten herself in. Don't make it sound like I'm some kind of criminal, please. I guess we're asking questions now. The police have my apartment staked out, so I haven't been able to return home. I heard them say something about wanting to protect me, but something didn't feel right, and I got scared. Do you have any idea why they're after you? Well, I have been searching for the curses, so... We shouldn't trouble ourselves with hiding you, if they're after you for a good reason. Huh? How cruel! But this handsome investigator wouldn't turn me in so easily, would you? It's unfortunate, but we've got reason not to get involved with the police ourselves. What shady reasoning? But if you've got some murky secret to hide, we might as well cooperate with each other, no? This girl, I don't know what to make of this girl. She's like, she's so open and casual about her motivations, and she's just like, yeah, let's form a criminal conspiracy out here in the park in broad daylight. Let's just do it. Yeah, I want more information. You haven't told me everything. Okay, we're coming back to that later, I guess. Anyway, how are your plans to resurrect Hokusai going? Ah, fortunately, that's been going quite well. Oh? Does that mean you found someone to steal a curse stone from? Not exactly, but I found out a kind of last resort. Which is why I can't let the police get me. What do you mean by last resort? You're really asking me that? It doesn't concern you at all. Why should I tell you? Ugh. What if we make a deal? In exchange for keeping you hidden from the police, you'll tell us about your last resort. Huh? Is that what got you interested? Oh, I've got it. You're meaning to steal it for yourself. Not at all. I'm just curious. I wonder if this is his tell. I wonder if Richter's tell is that he's always lying when he does this, like, hat hiding his eyes thing. Because this is so clearly a lie. That excuse will just not do. I don't need you to. I'll find a way to stay safe on my own. That was a close one. I should have known the only one you can count on in this world is yourself. Ah. She's just standing in the middle of the park again. I don't know how aware of the situation this girl is. We can't let her get away. Let's go after her. Stop it. Get any closer and I'll scream. Please, wait. We'll help you out with no conditions. Well, you changed your mind quick. That just makes you all the more suspicious. Well, okay, I kind of have to agree with her there. You're overplaying your hand, Richter. I tried my best, but I couldn't convince her to stay. Could it be that you don't know how to handle a girl like that? Huh. Since she's looking for a safe haven, would you mind me sharing your address with her, just in case? Well, it doesn't really bother me, but you do recognize there are police officers in my close family? At least it will allow us a way to keep in contact, no matter how small. Alright, are we done? I think that's all we have in this spot. Alright, I suppose I can think. I can't help but feel oddly irritated around that girl, Ayame Tono. She puts on an innocent front, but she seems to be hiding something. Really? Because I feel like she's been rather open about basically everything. She doesn't really have a sense of tactical discretion. I mean, sure, she's not telling you what the secret is, what the backup is. But she told you that she had a backup. She told you what's been going on. She's not all that disguised. Hydrate from Floofy Boo. Hello, Boo. Hello, hello. Thank you for the hydrate. Thank you very much. How are you doing today, Boo? Everybody, what I should do here... Ah, there we go. I thought I had an auto shout-out. Everybody, go check out Floofy Boo. They just debuted their 1.0 model, and it looked very good. Ah, you are EP. Well, it's pretty early for you, right? For a weekend, you're pre-noon, I think, if I'm doing the math right. So, good morning. How are you doing? Aside from EP. Well, thank you. Oh no, it was a pleasure to see the debut. 11:39. Yes, okay, I'm doing my math right. and they were playing the new Resident Evil game, which looks very good. See, my problem is I still haven't played or watched a playthrough of Resident Evil 8. So I'm like a game behind everyone at this point. So I really should get on that because everyone's on Resident Evil 9 now. Besides that, I'm good. Excellent. Good to hear that everything went well and that Saturday is treating you well. I played them all sorts of out of order. What order did you play them in? Because I know you've been on a Resident Evil kick lately. What was the order? I'll be honest, I'm not totally sure where we're investigating right now. I think these are just the other locations for the other unidentified mysteries of Honjo. So I guess we'll just go here and poke around at this location. Hoonji Bridge. I have to say, my history with the Resident Evil franchise is very sort of like intermittent and glancing. I've really enjoyed watching the remakes that have come out recently, like the remakes of 2, 3, and 4. Those have all been really good, and I've enjoyed watching them. All right, so you played 7, 8, 5, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9. You played 5 after 7 and 8? Look, I'm not a huge Resident Evil expert, but... Okay, I'm also noticing 1 is not on there. You have still not played the original Resident Evil. My friend wanted me to play with it. Okay, that's fair, because like 5 was pretty co-op focused, I think, right? I have not. Well, neither have I, so I can't really criticize you for that. But it seems like you've played every game except for 1. Yeah, like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, you've played literally every Resident Evil except for the first Resident Evil. 5 and 6 for multiplayer. I've also heard that 5 and 6 are the least well-received among the fan base, so maybe that's a bit of a correlation there. It's true. It's true. That's where they have the guy punching a boulder, right? Was that 5 or 6? I feel like that was 5. Okay, it was 5. Good, good. My memory is still serving me. But yeah, that's funny. Did you just like not have time to play 1 before 9 came out? Like, were you planning on playing 1 at some point, or were you just like, forget it, too old? Because I feel like I forgot. What do you mean you forgot it happened? It's the first one. It is the reason that Resident Evil happened. What do you mean you forgot it happened? So after 9, I was too focused on Twink Leon. I mean, I can't exactly blame you for that, but you've got to play 1. Come on, boo. It's like knowing your history. After you finish 9, you got to go back and finish the mainline series by playing 1. You've got to go full circle, except it's not a full circle because you didn't start with 1. You've got to complete the set. You've got to catch them all. That's my opinion, anyway. So many old factories alongside this river. It must have been quite different in its glory days. But now most of them are closed down due to the tightened regulations on waste disposal. That's probably a good thing, right? You don't want a bunch of junk going into your rivers, into your water supplies, into your natural environment. Wink, wink. There's more to the surroundings? No. So why haven't you given me the check mark yet? Once again, on the lookout for birds. Wait a minute. Oh, no, that was that button. Never mind. You got the factory. Wait a minute. I see that there. I wouldn't have seen that if it hadn't zoomed in. Okay, hold on. There's a ghost there. It doesn't seem like anyone's been here for some time. I wonder if it's one of the factories that got shut down when they tightened up regulations. Hey, can I look at the ghost? Richter? What do you think that is? Oh? I don't see anything. Really? You don't see that? That thing that looks like a phantom ball of flame floating in the air? A ball of flame. It must be the curse echo. Maybe only the curse bearers are capable of seeing it. But could such a thing happen in broad daylight? Ah. It's gone. I wonder if that was the beckoning light's curse echo. The phantom flame you saw might have been a manifestation of the lantern. In that case, does that mean a curse bearer is nearby? We check our surroundings. Ah, that's why it didn't... Ah, okay. Because normally, when you investigate something, it gives you a little check mark. And it wasn't giving me that for the surroundings. A curse bearer might be lurking in the vicinity. I'm going to check the surroundings. Ah. So much of Haru's storyline has been just like sending out Richter to go do things and then having him report back, and she just kind of sits there. Nothing. I didn't find anyone who looked the part. I see. I don't doubt something happened around here, but something might have changed in the area. Keep your eyes peeled. Something might have changed. Something might have changed. Hey, wait a minute. Are those... No, these people are just sort of fading in and out. That's not something I'm supposed to notice. Something might have changed. Does it changed in the area? Am I nuts? Keep my eyes peeled. Oh god, it's a hidden object game now. Wait, no, sorry. I can look at the factory again. It doesn't seem like anyone's been here for some time. I wonder if it's one of the factories that got shut down when they tightened up regulations. I can still... Can I think? And if what I saw was the curse echo of the beckoning light, wouldn't that mean the curse bearer is nearby? I'm not feeling any strange presence, but that could be because it's midday. Richter. Did something draw your interest? No worries here. I made sure to take a quick shower this morning. Right. I can still look at the factory. Which means something else is undiscovered here. Let me talk with Richter. What you saw earlier must have been the beckoning light. Something might have changed after what just happened. Yeah, but what? If it's, all I can see... Okay, it's gonna be something weird and hidden. Like, barely visible, I think. Unless the area literally just means, like, elsewhere in the game. The fact that I can still look at the factory. Yeah. Something is definitely still to be done here, but I can't find anything. Alright, well. Unless I can... something might have changed. What could have changed? Let's move. Kinchibori Park? We can go here. That's all I can figure, is that it's at a different location. Something in the area might have changed. Hey, I know this place. Hey, you. No, that's not a sticker. I thought that was a bird sticker. It fooled me. Damn it. This area was closed off to the public this morning after the body was found, but the police quickly managed to complete their investigation and reopen the park as if nothing ever happened. The people in the area are shockingly calm, considering what happened here. You'd think they'd be put off by knowing there was a dead body here just this morning. From what I heard, it happened right about where you're standing now. Eek! Yeah, Richter. Why you gotta do that? That freaked me out like that. Playground. Would you look at that? That's a pretty unique looking playground. Okay, they've drawn my attention to this playground a couple times now. They really want me to notice this playground and how weird it is. Frankly, it doesn't look that weird to me. Did it catch your eye? Perhaps. Now's not the time, though. No, okay, this game is doing something with this playground. This is important somehow. I refuse to believe that a game would draw this much attention to something and it not be important. But it did get you interested. Does he want to play on it? The playground is still inspectable. They made it quite the challenge. To pass through it, you'd have to go underneath there. He definitely wants to play on it. You can go take a look if you're that interested. Alright, I'll go check it out just to make sure. Alright, Richter's a little bit silly. It fucking stands. It's just legs shoulder width apart, arms crossed, staring down at an empty playground like he's assessing the structure of it. Richter, never change. What's that? Did he find something? I found a mockingbird under the playground equipment. Damn, talk about lucky. It's number 19, Penny Prattle. Mockingbird 19 discovered. Wow, okay, no, we're just all over the place. Oh, we have an ad coming in 3 minutes, everybody. Brace yourselves for that. I see. Congrats. Playgrounds always get me fired up. That's a weird thing to say. Let's check the surroundings. What else do we have of note here? I mean, we've got the phone booth. A telephone booth. It doesn't look out of the ordinary to me. Yeah, well, that was just involved in a bunch of other storylines. I don't see... Did we just come here for the Mockingbird? Why else would we be here? Alright, maybe Richter has some kind of response here? A bunch of kids gathered around Richter to poke fun at his clothing. It seems little kids come running for him wherever we go. Not all too surprising with his attire. He hasn't complained about it, though. I wonder if he's got a soft spot for kids. Richter, do you have a soft spot for kids? This place is associated with the Whispering Canal. The canal must be connected to the man who was found drowned in the park. Agreed. Wasn't the victim a Hihaku Soap's employee? That's right. His name was Shogo Okie. He was the character we played as in the introduction. Considering his occupation, he probably came here in search of a curse stone. See, nobody knows about Yoko. This is the thing, is that, like... I know that the introductory chapter... the introductory storyline was sort of slightly disconnected from the story we're playing now. It's kind of a different timeline. But the things happening there were clues. We didn't know it at the time. But a bunch of information was revealed in that storyline. And the thing that's bugging me is that Yoko has not been brought back into the storyline at all, and she was a major part of the introductory storyline. Hello, Sin. Hello, hello. How are you doing today? I'm just theorizing right now. I'm in my train of thought. I hope the day's treating you well. Sorry, I think you came in with like 10 seconds left until an ad starts, so apologies on that front. But I hope you're doing well, Sin. Yoko has not come back into the story at all. And that's weird to me. That's suspicious, considering how big of a part she played in the initial storyline. She was looking for the Rite of Resurrection. She was investigating the 7 mysteries. She came to this park looking for clues about the Whispering Canal. She knows things. She has spirits. The fact that she hasn't come back into the story so far is very odd. It's very odd. I had my suspicions last time where the account of Nejima's murders. The detective said that there was a piece of information that wasn't revealed to the public, and that is that when Nejima was found, he had a small child with him that we think he might have gotten from one of his victims. Like, not to get too intense here, but like out of one of his victims. Okay, besides mild illness. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about the illness. It has been going around, definitely. I don't think it was a fever, or excuse me, I don't think it was a flu, but I had a fever a couple weeks back. Stuffy nose, a bunch of cold symptoms, and yeah, it's apparently just been going around everywhere. We've had so many people call out sick at work. I think we're getting the cold/flu of the season. So hopefully you are on your way to a quick recovery, Sin. I hope it does not bother you for too long. So this was about 20 odd years ago that this Nejima child was discovered when Nejima was caught by the police, and my theory was that it was Yoko, based on absolutely nothing aside from the fact that, like, this is clearly going to be an important character, and Yoko is the only woman, because it was a girl that they found. Yoko is the only woman in the correct age range to have been that child at that point in time. And the fact that she has completely vanished from a story where she was a major part in the beginning, I have my suspicions. I think Yoko's going to come back in this in a big way that we can't see yet. Mine might have worsened because I wasn't careful cleaning the mold around my house. I'm not positive it's related. I mean, certainly, you always got to be careful when you're cleaning mold. Are you, is it on the upswing? Are you feeling better than you used to? Or has this just begun and you can't assess that yet? Hold on, I'm gonna blow my nose real quick. All right, I'm back. It's brand new? All right, well then, I hope it is a swift recovery. Yeah. It is spring cleaning time, I will say. I've been in a mood to clean some things out, but it's been too cold lately. Thankfully, it's looking like, barring a special exception of tomorrow and maybe Monday, the rest of the week is going to be quite warm, so we might actually be heading into spring proper as we move into March. Which would be nice. If people in the company know about the rite, it only makes sense they'd be looking for curse stones. You think the chairwoman and Takumi would send their regular employees out to hunt for the stones? If that's the case, perhaps that Shogo died trying to take a stone from someone else. Either that, or he was killed precisely because he was a curse bearer with a curse stone. I suppose so, but considering the location, wouldn't that mean the curse used was the Whispering Canal? Good point. That would mean Shogo Okie wasn't the wielder of the Whispering Canal curse himself. Could he have had the beckoning light, or even the taiko of Tsugaru? I was here last night, and there weren't any dead bodies then. It's highly possible he was brought here from somewhere else. If that's the case, the wielder of the Whispering Canal has already collected his stone. Ma'am, excuse me, but there's one more thing I'd like to try. Oh, be my guest. What do you got? What do you got for me, Richter? Shogo Okie is the name of the person who died here. See, okay, so we have knowledge. We as the player have knowledge that the characters do not. We know that the Whispering Canal did originate here. And that someone... See, this is fascinating. I'm wondering if I'm trying to trace back my memory of the initial storyline. So what happened was Yoko saw a spirit. Shogo turned to look at what she saw, didn't see anything, and then turned back and Yoko was dead. Then Okie got the curse stone, which is weird. How could Yoko have died? No, something is weird about that first event. I'm having trouble remembering exactly what happened, but something is weird. The Shogo Okie thing is not what it appears to be at first glance. It's hard to believe he was here by chance, only to end up murdered with a curse. Given his ties to Hihaku, we can assume he was aware of the situation and somehow involved with these curses. That's not true. That's not true at all, and we know that's not true as the player. Kai, talk. What do you want to try? I don't see anything else. Richter said he had a plan. I don't know. You have anything to think? Did two curse bearers battle it out here last night? I mean, that's kind of what I'm thinking, but like, The chain of events that I remember from the initial section of the game don't quite match up with that. Who could the other person have been? Is it possible that Yoko got the curse first? No, because Yoko died when she tried to run, I think? God, it's been too long since I played that section of the game. That's the problem. I suppose we can go back here. Do you have more? No? I was gonna say it's rather fascinating. Yeah, no, there's nothing here. The bridge. What's going on with the bridge? I'm starting to feel like we're pretty close to exhausting everything that Haru's storyline has right now. We might have to come back. Anything with the factory? Something apparently changed after seeing the ghost. Curse bearer in sight. Surroundings. I'm clicking on random stuff now. Alright. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a quick once-over on all the locations we've been to so far. And if I don't see anything, we might just click the Finish Investigation button and go back out and look at a different storyline. The candy shop. I'm thinking is exhausted, but no, there's more to look at here. Oh my god. There's more than one. Something may have changed. Wait a minute. Surrounded by darkness. Before hearing the history in the Bright Garden. I think the thing that changed might have been the... Wait a minute, I see you. Whoa, no way. Jeez, you made me jump. It's Mockingbird number 14. Oh, what is this? Collect 10 Mockingbird stickers. All right, cool. Is this the only thing that changed? This guy's a real speed demon. Oh, is that right? I get the feeling that Haru's just kind of, like, putting up with this. It's kind of scary how you even know the exact number with just a simple glance. I'm convinced these birds are important, which is why I'm still collecting them, but... Oh, right, ma'am. Should we go for, Monjaki or something? That's sweet of you, but I'm not hungry right now. That's too bad. I haven't had great luck with this Mockingbird raffle. Would you mind if I tried a few more times? Apparently most of these are just replicas of the real deal, but even so, they're well worth the price. Some of the kids were saying they managed to snatch some real rare finds in this lottery. Go ahead, don't buy them all now. Yeah, okay, we've exhausted that. You want to leave? Okay, okay. Yeah, we're done with that. Can I think more? Almost feels like I came here with a child. My boy never had much of a taste for sweets. It makes this kind of a fresh experience for me. Okay. I don't see anything else. Vending machine is good. Yeah, I think this location's clear. All right. Got the bridge. I think we've cleared out the park. The only other thing that's... Wait, no, this is a different park. Midoricho Park. Maybe we haven't cleared out everything here. Rector Kai. The thing that's messing me up is they say that they think something had changed in that other location, and I can't find anything. They said in the surrounding area. But I didn't see any changes. I feel oddly irritated around that girl. Yeah. Ayame Tono says her plans for the Rite of Resurrection may be achievable through this last resort. Does that mean she's given up on her plan to steal a curse stone? Richter? You know, I have one as well. A last resort. You do? Ah. Even if we don't steal another curse stone, I already have my own. If it becomes necessary, I am prepared to use it. So you think it might be possible that she has one of her own, too? But that she despises the idea of using it to kill others, so instead she means to steal a curse stone with soul dregs already in it. It doesn't contradict anything we know. She lives nearby, which means she might have the Taiko of Tsugaru curse stone. We still don't know much about that one. Richter, the last resort Ayame spoke of. It could be our chance. We can use her. Again, just such a trustworthy face. And we've given her the curse stone back. This is great. I'm sure Haru is to be left to her own devices. Yeah, the most trustworthy face that we've seen in the game so far. I hear you loud and clear. Alright, so we're done with that. Can we visit the... It's so trustworthy. A paragon of virtue. She... No joke, I think of all the curse bearers we've played as so far, she has by far had the most obviously suspicious face. And I think... Yeah, we're done thinking. We're done thinking. Like, everyone else has had, like, moments of... You. No, you're just art. Everyone else has had moments of, I guess for lack of a better word, murder mania. But she is the only one who has consistently looked like she was plotting something. Can we move to her apartment, maybe? No, doesn't look like it. What about the bridge? This is the last thing I'm going to look at, and then we're finishing investigation for now. And then we're going to go back out to one of the other storylines. It's this factory. This factory is still... some time. Can I see the river? I don't know. It feels... a beckoning light. Something might have changed after what just happened. I don't know what that could be. It really feels like it wants me to look at something in this area, but I can't for the life of me figure out what. Surroundings. Only thing that I can see that remains unfinished is the factory. Alright. We'll end this part. That feels so final. What do you want me to see? What do you want me to see, game? That's all I can think of. I'm just looking at every square inch of this thing. Hello, hope you are well. I hope you are well as well, Kixie. Hello. How are you doing this fine morning? Everybody go check out Call Me Kixie for your daily dose of indie gaming content. Thank you for the shout out. But of course, I'm going to be honest, I'm a little bit stumped right now. The game seems to be alluding that something has changed in this area since I made an observation. But I can't find anything. I think I might have to finish investigation. End this part. Hello, what are you? Hello? Oh. What? There's a fourth character. We unlocked a fourth character by seeing that ghost. Uh-huh. This is very strange. Okay, hold on. Hold on a second here. We don't know who this is, and I am immediately curious. Yeah. That's still active. Okay. I've got to see this. Darkness. What the fuck? Time unknown. Oh my god, wait. Wait. If Yoko was at the scene where the soap company was investigating. We know the soap company was investigating when Shogo Okie got his curse, right? That was the first character that we encountered after Shogo got his curse stone. Shogo died. Yoko would have been on the scene still. If Yoko survived, she would have been on the scene. We're looking at one of the soap company's old... No, we're looking at some kind of warehouse. Might have been owned by the soap company, but we have no way of knowing that right now. We're looking at one of the old warehouses. Did the soap company kidnap Yoko? Because, again, I'm still weirded out that Yoko has not entered the story yet. My head. What's happening? Yoshida? Who... Shake? Who killed... Won't get away with it. Yoshida... And I can't read that. Shaking these thoughts out of your head. Okay. Did I hit my head? It's killing me. And my vision is all blurry. Is that the ceiling? I feel the cold floor against my back. I must have fallen or something. Oh, hey, I can look around. Barely. Get up. Who am I? My body won't move. Why? And why am I on the floor in the first place? No. Oh, it could also be a victim of Nejima. Hold on. More importantly, who am I? Oh, nuts. I have amnesia. That's not good. Okay, think. Try to remember something. Anything. Resurrection killed him. I think this might be Yoko. Killed him. Oh! No. It's... Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Hello, Sivari. You're just in time. Things are getting wild again. So, the detective that was murdered, that the two current detectives were investigating, that guy is apparently in this warehouse somehow. Was he resurrected? Or did he never actually die? Oh my god. Oh boy, oh boy. Hello, C. How are you doing today? My head feels like it's gonna split apart. Oh. Oh. What was that? That man's face. I think I've seen it before. No, wait, no. That was a memory. Who killed him? Who are we? That man's face, I think I've seen it before. I'm sure I know it. Are we playing as the girl who was killed? Enter the man's name. Oh, Christ. Hold on. Cancel. Cancel real quick. Let me, am I allowed to look at this game? Are you letting me look at this? Yes, you are. No, trying to, first of all, remember, Micho Shiraishi was my first guess now. Yuka is a childhood friend. Tomi Okuda. No, I wouldn't be playing as her. Riki Raishi. I know he's in here somewhere. If not, I know where we can find his name. God, that guy's so obviously creepy. Yes, there he is. Hajime Yoshimi. Perfect. Enter the man's name. Alright. Oops. Hajime Yoshimi. Unfortunately, the Steam Deck is not terribly intuitive. Yoshi. Oh, okay. Maybe Hajime will just work? They won't let me submit a longer name. No, that's not it. It's not coming to me. Is that not right? Did I spell it wrong? Uh-oh. Yoshimi? But I know I have a connection to him somehow. Okay, think. Try to remember. Something. Anything. Ah! Yeah, no, that's him. I must have spelled the name wrong. Maybe just Yoshimi? Let's just try Yoshimi. I wasn't expecting this to be a spelling bee as well as a recollection contest. Yoshimi. Me? Okay. Yoshimi. Hajime Yoshimi. You shall spell to win. Surprise, it's actually been a trick. This entire time, the game has been a ruse to trick you into learning your spelling. Hajime Yoshimi. That's it. I know that name. The dark mist obscuring my memories is slowly starting to clear. Ah! My head is hurting again. Yeah, I get the feeling we might be the murdered girl. Except not murdered, obviously. We're here. We're definitely alive. What was that? A memory of mine? Hajime and I think we were close. Oh, God, no, we're his fiancé. But the first thing I saw, he was dead. Did I... Just what kind of person am I? Get up. Murder is bad for the brain. Don't let it happen to you. On all sides, really. On all accounts. Thank you very much, Dids, for the tier 1 sub. It's good to see you, my friend. How are you doing today? He speaks only the truth, chat. Murder is bad for the brain. I can move again, and I think my head is starting to clear. I'm looking around for sure, for sure. We're definitely in a tight spot. It looks like I'm in some kind of warehouse. Maybe I can find some clues as to what happened. I should take a look around. I tell the truth almost always. Ah, but that almost leaves a lot of possibilities. For example, could he be lying about that statement? Could he be lying about that almost? One can never truly know. Maybe I can find some clues as to what happened. I should take a look around. You can press suspend at any point in this chapter and start again from the same point when you select resume. If you get stuck, try playing a different route before returning to this one. Right. Would I lie about that? Nobody's perfect. Kixie raises an excellent point. Nobody's perfect. What is this? This shrug. I do like that shrug emote. That's good. Would you lie about that? That's a good question. Notice the trick of phrasing it as a question so he doesn't have to make a statement. Very good, very shrewd, very clever. All right. Being that it's telling us suspend is a possibility here, I'm starting to think we might actually not be able to get out of this room immediately on our own. But let's take a look around. I have a suspicion about who this is. Well, I've had a number of suspicions, but my current suspicion is that we are the fiancé. A cabinet straight out of an office. Let's see what happens if I slide it open. Looks like there's nothing inside. Why can I still look at it then? We'll try the drawers, starting from the top. Nope, totally empty. Huh? The last drawer. It's different from the others. There's a padlock with a 4-digit combination. All right, now it's a puzzle game. Now it's a puzzle game, chat. I have no idea what the combination could be. Better leave it for now. This lock looks brand new compared to everything else. Is this room being used for something? If so, why would you... This is a really weird situation. The System Shock combo? Hold on. Let me see if I can try it. I guess I could try all the numbers from 000 to 9999, but that'll be my last resort. Alright, they're not letting me try it. 11037. Which is lemon backwards. I think you need to get your head checked, Dids. Can I still look at this? Alright, so I'm not done with that. I think that's just because I need to find the combination somewhere. Air duct. There's an air duct on the ceiling. Could this place have been a factory at some point? Is that a factory exclusive thing? I feel like most places have air ducts. Hold on one second, I'm gonna blow my nose. Alright, I'm back. Again, I feel like air duct is not a factory exclusive thing. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm out of date on my industrial knowledge, but wish I could crawl through it to escape, but I don't see any way to get into it from here. What about above? I swear to God, if there's a bird sticker in here, I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind. A big shelf. The kind you always see in warehouses and stuff. Wish I could find some tools or something, but no such luck. Not even this, oh, container. What's this? The label's been torn off, but this must be soap. There's quite a bit left inside. Well, if I've learned anything about RPGs and puzzle games, you take everything that you can get your hands on. I might be able to use this. Might as well keep it on me. Soap acquired. I feel like this... If you presented this without context to a gamer, I feel like this would be an insult, right? I'm saving this. There's so much meme potential in this game. I feel like the public knowledge of this game's meme potential is not properly appreciated. A big shelf used in storage spaces. Okay. That's also... Meme. I have the meme potential right here. Yes. Come here for your premium value memes. A bunch of messily stacked cardboard boxes. I took a peek inside, but it was too dark to see much. I'll need more light. Okay, well, we've got a light. What about you? Switchboard. A switchboard. Looking inside, it seems that the room has electricity at least. Does that mean someone is using this place for something? Okay, is there a light switch? Anywhere. We have electricity. Can we have light? Maybe if I pour the soap on the light, it will turn on. No, okay. What about sink? Soap goes with sink, right? That's a pretty easy combination. There's a little sink here. It's pretty dirty. Hope I don't have to use it. There's water dripping from the faucet, but the knobs are stuck. I can't move them in either direction. Can I item the soap? Oh, no, I can't, like, apply that. That's weird. Alright. I don't see anything up here. Over here. Oh, we have a trash can. There's a bunch of garbage in the corners. My guess is that this room isn't used very often, if at all. I can't just wait here for someone to come out to my rescue. I need to look for a way out. Everything is remaining unfinished, which leads me to believe that everything here is going to be useful for getting out at some point. That's just a wall, a chair, a folding chair, all alone in the middle of the room. Gives me the creeps for some reason. They must have sat me on it earlier. I probably passed out and fell on the floor. Decent guess. Lockers. Some storage lockers. Open the left locker. There's a bucket and mop in the left corner. Guess that's where they keep the cleaning stuff. Alright. What about... No, I already clicked that one. Damn it. I'm too fast. I'm too fast for the interface. Oh my god. Open the right locker. There's nothing inside, but there's a piece of paper stuck to the front. Chemical, flammable, liquid, ventilation. If leaked, equipment integrity thoroughly. It's quite a collection of words. That could describe any sentence, any paragraph, anything. That's quite a collection of words. What could this place be used for? Well, I think this is clearly a janitorial closet, which, for the record, I think implicates the janitor pretty heavily in being Nejima. I think we already suspected that. Desk drawer. This has got to have some stuff. Doesn't look like there's anything in the top drawer. What about the middle drawer? Some kind of note in the middle drawer. Alkylbenzene, benzalconium chloride, sulfonic acid, sodium hydroxide. Names of chemicals. Maybe this is some kind of chemical plant. Or like a soap plant, maybe? Nothing in the bottom drawer. No, wait, there's something stuck way in the back. I swear to God. I swear to God. There is a bird sticker in the chemical plant. This is absurd. Sulfonic, is it going to help me read? What? I don't get it. Sulfonic is a type of acid. A typical office desk. There's all kinds of stationery on it. Is there anything that looks usable? There's a pen, but I don't really need it. I'll leave it here for now. No! No, you don't know the rules of JRPGs, or I guess puzzle games in general. Pick up everything. Yeah, and I'm getting hooked on phonics. Oh. I see. Oh, wow. Okay, hold on. You came back in with... You came back in with a immediate ban evasion. That's fascinating. Bots are getting ambitious lately. For a second, I thought that was a message from Dids. But no, it appears Dids is behaving like a perfect gentleman. It would never be me. I'm on a... It won't open. Must be locked from the outside. So I really am locked in here. I don't know what's going on, but I doubt I can afford to take my time here. Yeah. Okay. I think I've covered everything. Oh, the mirror. I can do a Disco Elysium. There's a key to the sink? What do you mean? If I can just use this to see what I look like, it might help me remember who I am. Ugh. No good. The mirror is completely unusable with all the grime that's built up on it. I wonder if I could clean it somehow. Like, say, with soap? Oh, I could use this soap to clean off that grime. I should have known that. Just putting soap on the mirror wouldn't do anything. I need something to wipe it with. Okay. Some kind of cloth or rag. Cardboard, maybe? I don't know. Something to wipe the mirror with. I'm on a phone. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes more sense. What could I use to wipe? Maybe the lockers? On the left locker, there was cleaning supplies. Use these cleaning supplies. Yes! I can fill the bucket with soap and use the mop to clear away most of the grime. Soapy mop acquired. God, this has been the weirdest section of item collection in the game, I think. There's a soapy mop. I should be able to clean the mirror with this. Whoa, clean in one swipe. The soap is pretty good. I'll have to remember the brand. Yeah, no, this is absolutely the soap company. And there we are. We are indeed the fiancé. Looking pretty cool. Also looking very put together, considering you've just woken up from unconscious amnesia in the middle of a warehouse. So this is what I look like. Right, yeah. This is me. I know this face. I didn't expect that company to do wrong. They seemed squeaky clean. All right, there it is. I was trying to figure out the pun from do wrong. I was like, okay, no, is this like a play on words? No, that it was still coming. Well done, well done. Tip of the hat to you, Dids. I know this face, but something doesn't feel right. Something's missing. Oh, my name. I can't remember my name. I need to figure out what my name is. I can recall. I know what I look like. Next, I have to remember my name. Is there a woman with this face in my memories? Come on, I need my name. Oh, I know the name. I never thought about that with amnesia. Do you really not know your face either? Well, I mean, first of all, I think the fictional depiction of amnesia is often pretty far afield from the way it actually behaves. So it's kind of like saying, what's the rules of magic in Tolkien? But in terms of real amnesia, I think it's more like you aren't forming new memories. That's the way I've always understood it. Well, if you figure out a mirror, I guess you can figure out. Yeah, I mean, like, there's always things that can jog your memory, I guess, unless you're not forming new memories. Also, I know the name. Let me cancel this so that I can come in here, look at persons of interest, and get the name. Ario Mayu Chozawa. Let's just, right. Mayu is a beautician. That explains why she is so stylish. And the fiancé of Hajime Yoshimi, a police officer with the Sumida Police Department. Maya's current whereabouts remain unknown. I dare say we now know her whereabouts. Yeah, I don't know that much about amnesia and, like, the specifics of it. If you can forget your name, I suppose you can forget your face. I guess when forgetting things is on the table, anything's up for grabs. All right, Mayu. I'll call you Mayu. Mayu. Submit. Mayu. Mayu Chozawa. Brains are weird. Brains are definitely weird. Yes, that's definitely it. My name is Mayu Chozawa. Mysterious woman, Mayu Chozawa. This game can be funny sometimes. My name is Mayu Chozawa. The man I saw in my memories, Hajime Yoshimi, is my fiancé. Wait. If what I saw was from my past, then Hajime's... No. Hajime could never be killed so easily. There must be some kind of mistake. Knowing him, he probably worked himself into a frenzy looking for me. I have to get out of here and let him know that I'm okay. Okay, so she's just in denial at this point. You know what? Fair. She's in a stressful situation. I cannot, in good conscience, blame her for being in denial about the death of her fiancé at this point in time. All right. We've got to get out of here. Is the sink working? I definitely won't be using it. All right. Door. I still don't hear anyone out there. No reason to waste my energy banging and yelling. Okay, that's good. That was a thought that I was having. Well, at least she... Well, if she's in that, at least she knows she's in Africa. What? In that? Dids, I think you're being betrayed by your phone keyboard a little bit. Because she's in denial. Oh, Christ. You're gonna kill me, man. You're gonna kill me. You don't want to kill me, right? My body can only take so much. Dids. No, he's good. He's very good at puns. Alright. A bunch of messily stacked cardboard boxes. I need more light. Can we really not do anything with the switchboard? There's electricity at least. Using this place for something. I feel like this place has electricity. Means that I should be able to find a light switch somewhere. Yeah, even I fell for that one for a moment. I was just confused. Cabinet. Maybe I can... no, that'll be my last resort. Don't really need the pen. I feel like I should just pick up the pen anyway. Can I think? I mean, that's a risky proposition given my current state, but I might have no choice. I feel a little better now that I've remembered who I am. I have to find a way out of here. I still can't see well. There must be some kind of light around here. Desk drawer. Top didn't have anything. Middle drawer. Alkylbenzene, benzalkonium chloride, sulfonic acid, sodium hydroxide. Names of chemicals to be sure. At the bottom is where we're going to find this bird sticker, which is galling to me, but that's not what we need right now. We're stuck to the front. Chemical, flammable, liquid, ventilation, if leaked, equipment integrity, thoroughly. I mean, it looks like it's just kind of a message about chemical safety. Am I missing something about the lights? Maybe the air duct? If I listen close, I can make out the sound of air blowing through the duct. I don't even know if I'm above or below ground. Trash can, I don't think there's anything I can use here. What about the chair? Can I use the chair? No. Anything on the ground that I missed? I mean, it's also possible that I can dip back out to the Haru and Richter storyline, because they're, well, last I left them, they're positioned outside this warehouse, I think. What's going on? Oh, Jazz. Alright, so, first of all, welcome. It's good to see you. How are you doing today? Everyone, say hello to the lovely Jazzmanian. Last seen playing Death Trick Double Blind. Jazz, what we have encountered so far is we went back to start doing the Haru storyline. And we were investigating a bunch of separate locations that were associated with curse stones that haven't been identified yet, that haven't been found yet. I'm going to munch on a cold sub. Ooh, I do love a cold sub. Yeah, everyone, get your lunch or your breakfast or your dinner. I don't know where you are. Have a good meal. In my in my best wishes, have a good meal. The investigation didn't really turn up much, but we went to an abandoned factory and saw a curse essence little ghost guy, and then it faded away, and Richter said, something might have changed. So I kind of floundered about for a little bit trying to figure out what changed. I couldn't see anything, so I eventually went back out to the story tree, and a mysterious fourth character had appeared in the story tree. So we went in, and in that scene, that's where we are right now. We woke up in this room with amnesia. We didn't know who we were. We had a couple flashes of memories, and we're trying to figure out how to get out of this room. Now, we have identified ourselves. Now, we know who we are. We are Maya Chozawa, the fiancé of the detective that was murdered. We appear to be in some kind of chemical warehouse. My current bet is that we're in one of these soap companies' old warehouses. But I can't prove that for certain. We're trying to figure out how to get out of this room. Now, it's possible that I might need to employ Richter and Haru for this. But yeah, I'm glad you're here, Jazz, because you have much experience with hidden object games and puzzle games. So, between the two of us, we can definitely crack this code. Speaking of codes, there is a combination lock, a 4-digit combination lock on this here cabinet, which feels important. My last resort. What items do I have right now? I have a mop and I have soap. I don't... are adjusting, but I still can't see well. Yeah, we also need to turn on the lights. That's another thing. There is a switchboard, but I can't... Yeah, it sounds like a soap warehouse. It's absolute... And she even, like, when she used the soap the first time, she was like, wow, this is really good soap. I'll have to remember the brand. This is so clearly a soap warehouse. I can't use the switchboard right now. I don't hear anyone out there. I think I'm going to try and, since I'm able to suspend this and go back out, this chapter will be suspended. You can select resume from the story chart and start playing again from the same point. All right. I'm going to suspend this, head back out to the story chart. Are we marked down as Mayud? Yeah, there we are. Look at us. Look at how stylish we are. She's a beautician, which I guess is not all that surprising that she's stylish, but damn. We're looking good. Now, I want to try going back to this. She is pretty. She's very pretty. Let's go back to the bridge. Hoonji Bridge. And I hear she's available now. That's fucked up, Jazz. That's kind of fucked up. She is currently in denial. She remembers seeing the corpse of her husband, and she's kind of in denial that he's dead. Which, fair enough. She just awoke from amnesia. She's in a very stressful situation. I'm not going to begrudge her for that. But damn, you move fast, Jazz. Give her some time. Hope she's wearing floaties. It can get pretty deep. And yes, and Dids is definitely going with the denial joke. Alright. I think... maybe one of the other characters? Why is that there? That wasn't there before, was it? Standing by. At the Shiraishi home, Tsutsumi and Ariel learn the truth about many things, including the death of Kankichiro Iwai. We have an ad starting in about 2.5 minutes, everybody. Brace yourselves for that. They hurry to the high school after learning that Michio Shiraishi knew the whereabouts of Nejima's hideout. Right. Do we want to do that? I feel like I want to do this. I want to resume. I feel like I'm stuck in this here warehouse, and I really feel like I want to get her out, but The game does like to force us to switch perspectives a lot. Maybe that's just kind of what we have to do. That's a damn shame. Yeah, we'll suspend this for now. I guess let's... Yep, well, we were doing top to bottom, so let's do this. We'll go and do the cop storyline now. Tetsuo Tsutsumi, still only at 1 p.m. Damn. A lot happens in the span of an hour. Komagata High School. Alright. Boss. I just talked to the Sumida police. Oh? What now? God. The disco is, I think, the most incongruent music track in this entire game. The cop disco just takes me out of it every time. This is not the music that belongs in this game. They found an abandoned van in the Chiba Mountains that looked like it had been in an accident. They couldn't lift any fingerprints off it, but they found blood spatters on the front. And guess what? The blood is a perfect match for Michio's. Oh ho. So it must have been the van that hit Michio. You got it. It's all thanks to Yoshimi that we were able to figure that out. The license plate had been removed though, and they even scraped off the vehicle identification number. It'll take a while to identify the owner. Alright, Jazz is getting in the mood. Jazz is getting down with it. The cop disco is, I mean, it's a bit of a bop, I won't deny, but there's murderers on the loose, man. Now they're trying to figure out if the van was sighted anywhere between the scene of the crime and where it was dumped. Got it. Thanks for the report. Alright, we can check our surroundings. It's nice that we got permission to use the school as our base of operations. Principal and head teacher were a little reluctant at first, but they were convinced that it'd help with the investigation. Dealing with all this must be a real headache for those guys. I should thank them later. Yeah, you gotta pay respects to your coworkers. Nothing up here. On the lookout for birds. Mockingbird number 15 discovered. I'm a monster. They're gonna hunt down Lupin the Third after this. It really does feel that way. It's the mood. It's the vibe. Am I nuts, or is Lupin also a detective? Okay, this is me putting my cards on the table. I have never actually seen Lupin the Third. I don't know much about him. I know it's like a caper detective kind of story, but I don't know if Lupin is the detective or if he's like the thief that the detectives keep trying to chase. He's a thief? Okay. Because he seemed like very jolly and good-natured. I guess he's like a thief with a heart of gold kind of thing. Or maybe not. Maybe I've just completely gotten misinformation. Surroundings. June. Are we... I thought... Wait, what? Oh, I did not click on... I clicked through June Aereo. Yeah, okay. That's what I was thinking. Because he seemed too nice. Like, I've seen too many, like, happy references to him. People like Lupin. He still doesn't look tired after all this running around. Wish I had all that stamina. Alright, June. What do we got? By the way, boss. We've confirmed that Michio died in a vehicular collision. There's so many Lupin the Third movies. Yeah, that's gotta be confusing from a marketing perspective to have the number 3 in all of your movie titles, despite not actually being the third one. I mean, one of them must have been the third one. But all the others cannot be the third one. And I feel like that's gotta be confusing. It's like a Wii U situation all over again, but with every movie that you make. time for me to go. Thank you for your stream and have a good rest of your day. Thank you so much for dropping by, Kixie. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day as well. Good luck with the stream. Dominate the game, whatever you're playing. I hope you're playing it well. I hope you have a good time. And stay true to yourself, as always. Always good to have you around, Kixie. He's just a fella. He's just a little guy. He's a little sneaky gremlin. Thank you, Kixie. Just a goober. They're pretty good movies. I've never seen anything about Lupin the Third. I'll tell you the extent of my Lupin the Third knowledge. Everything that I know about Lupin the Third comes from a draw-fee video from years ago, where they were inserting anime characters into famous works of art, and somebody did Lupin the Third, and that's the only connection I have with the show. We've confirmed that Michio died in a vehicular collision. But are we sure it was really an accident? Good question. I was wondering the same thing. The damage done by the collision indicates that the driver was traveling at considerable speed, but there were no brake marks to be found. Exactly, which suggests there may have been intentionally targeting Michio. Then what was the motive, do you think? Who would have a reason to kill Michio? The first person that comes to mind is Kankichiro Iwai. After all, she knew about his crimes. But then, Iwai was supposedly able to control Michio by intimidation alone. Then there's also that teacher who was taking advantage of Michio, Kohei Jonochi. But to say he killed her to stop people from finding out that he was blackmailing her doesn't seem likely somehow. You're right. Though both of them had fallen prey to her curse. That's true. In that case, it's quite possible she'll also decide to exact revenge on the person who ran her over. Not just possible, she may have already done it. Last night, just like with Iwai. Poor Michio. Michio is definitely like she's had the roughest time in this entire game. I mean, aside from the people who were murdered. Michio has definitely gotten the short end of the stick on basically every storyline that we've encountered. Is there anything else that could have served as a motive? That talisman, maybe. The one Yoshimi was looking for. Oh, you think someone wanted to take it from her? Well, the talisman wasn't found on her remains, nor in her house. But doesn't a hit and run seem like too drastic a measure to go to for a little talisman? Then, in the end, it might have just been an unfortunate accident after all. Yeah, it looks that way. I mean, I don't think having a curse power would protect you from being hit by a car. If she was hit, she would have died, but she's not dead. She could have been resurrected. Everything about Michio's storyline is weird. It's still very much a mystery, and I get the feeling that she's at the center of it. Either way, what we need now is a testimony from Michio herself. With a bit of luck, we may be able to ask her what happened during the crash ourselves. Yeah, I can't wrap my head around that particular development. I still have my doubts that it'll be so easy. Either way, we won't be able to do this unless Mio and Yako turn up. I'd rather have them come sooner rather than later, but I guess we just have to wait. Shall we head inside? All right, then. Do we still have more? Oh, hey, Ariel. I wanted to ask you something. Aye, boss. Geez, you're an eager beaver. I haven't even said what it was yet. Right, well, what is it then? Can't remember what you had for dinner last night? Looks like that agent over there is having some trouble with his pen. So if you got a spare, go lend it to him. And for the record, I had katsudon last night. No need to worry about me going senile just yet. Ah, I know I look like a genius, but I didn't think that I would come across as the type to carry spare pens on my person. You? A genius? You're dreaming. But if his pen stopped working, he can get it going again with a bit of nail polish remover. Nail polish remover? Yeah, you know, what you use to remove nail polish. Never used it before? Do I look like I would've? Don't make me sound crazy for not having used this stuff. I doubt you have either. What? Nail polish remover for pen? Yeah, no, I've definitely heard of that. Particularly in earlier ballpoint pens. The formulation for the ink was like more temperamental or something. There's been developments in the ballpoint pen space since the 1980s, I think. And they used to have a lot more trouble keeping a consistent flowing fluid with the ink. So, nail polish remover to get a pen working again could work. But you need to have nail polish remover on you. Oh no, I've used it all right. Did you know that it can remove oil-based ink stains? Which is also why it can be used to fix old dried-up pen nibs. Whatever's in there that removes the ink also doubles as a way to unclog pens. Ah, good to know. Still wouldn't call you a genius, but it's something. You gotta make sure the remover doesn't mix with the ink, though, or it'll ruin it. Doesn't that defeat the purpose? Not to worry, I don't have nail polish remover on me right now anyway. Oh, no problem then. That doesn't fix anything. Long story short, I don't have a spare pen. Jeez. Alright, I'll let him know. Can I let him know? Can I turn? I can't turn. Boss, I thought we were gonna wait for Mio in the school. Alright, I guess we're moving into the school. Alright, let's go wait inside the school. I'm sure they'll be here any moment. Why did it tell me that? Okay, so I can't access that. Why can I still access you? That's frustrating. Something is undiscovered here that I can't figure out. Maybe I need to be over here. Let's pursue some of this. The rite of resurrection is the inception of this whole affair. Yako and Mio decide to confront the man responsible for spreading rumors of it in the first place, Hideki Araishi. They find him at his frequent stomping grounds, the Kurokikyo Cafe. Right, alright, we're going to interrogate our teacher. This can only go well. Oh, we're already at the high school. Come on. The Rumor Maker, yes. He apparently published some books. Or papers? Something like that. I see a bird immediately. Things are looking up. You know, normally you'd be breaking school rules just by stepping foot in a cafe. I'll be in hot water if you lied about having permission from the police. Remember that. We know. It'll be okay. So, what did you want to ask me? Oh, okay. Sometimes they just kind of leave you hanging. All right, first things first. Get the bird. Mockingbird 8 discovered. Man, we're picking up mockingbirds pretty quick. We got a lot of them, actually. We're making good progress on the birds. Have I been actually more vigilant than I thought? Inside. A cafe. I've never been to one before. How exciting. It's pretty smelly inside because of the cigarette smoke, but... Files updated? You can't just... Oh, it's just a cafe. Yeah, alright. Just a cafe, sure. Inside. Inside the cafe. Anything else to note? Windows. I can't even look at you. I just have to talk. About my curse stone. Okay. We're just going straight in with this. Yako, if you would. Right. We wanted to ask you about this. Oh my. A curse stone. An Okame mask. That must mean the Fool's Procession. You two were at the school last night? Damn. There of all places. Yako, you're one of them. You're a curse bearer. Please, calm down, Mr. Araishi. Your reaction is too intense. It's kind of scaring me. Sorry about that. I'm afraid I got ahead of myself. What is it that you wanted to know about your curse stone? What would be the best way to approach this? I feel like we're not going to be able to intimidate him. He is a teacher. We are two high school girls. I don't think intimidation is going to be the strat here. However, he is an academic who is very proud about his theories and his writings. It's very easy to flatter an academic's ego. I think flattery is probably the way to go here. It's just, a brilliant teacher like you must know an awful lot about these curse stones. Well, it's true that I'm likely the person most well-versed in the matter. You're the only one we can count on, Mr. Araishi. Won't you help us, please? Oh, am I now? In that case, there's no harm hearing what you have to ask. Okay, I think we did it. I think we chose the right option. Thank you. Let's see. Why is everything with the Rite of Resurrection and 7 Mysteries curse stones happening now? Oh, taken an interest now that you've received one of the curses, have you? You sound like a researcher, starting your questioning with the subject's origins. Mr. Araishi, you're not the one who triggered the curse, are you? No, I'm afraid I had nothing to do with that. Rather, I wasn't even attempting to do so in the first place. Completing the rite itself has nothing to do with my research. Then, do you know of the ancient Onmyodo ritual known as the Feast of Shadows? What is that? Something from the occult? Miss Kurozuzu, you look like the type to be interested in those things, but it's outside my field of expertise. In that case, why do you think the rite and curses have appeared now? I believe this is the intentional work of someone. It's certainly not something that would happen by accident. Why is it that you want to know? Well, he may not tell us anything else if we say that we're trying to stop the curse. We need to make something up. Right. Are we having this conversation out loud? We're just... Can he hear us? We're at the same table, aren't we? Yeah, I guess we're making something up. Well, you see, we just have such intellectual curiosity and think it could really help your research. I see. Now that you mention it. Seems like he's reluctant to answer. Then how about... There's been a murder involving the curses. I mean, yeah, we could just straight up tell him, like... Well, no, because Mio seems to think that he'll not tell us if he thinks we're trying to stop the curses. Ask about his research or act disappointed. I feel like murdering... someone is murdering in the lines of the curses. It seems like he'll believe they're real. See, what I'm thinking now is, like, if we act disappointed, that might be like saying, like, oh, okay, I guess you really don't know as much as we thought you did. Like, sort of, kind of insult his academic ego a little bit. I'm going to try acting disappointed. Oh, yeah, no, this is exactly what I thought it was going to be. Okay. Oh, we figured you would know since you're so smart. How disappointing. How dare you? You make it sound like I'm stupid. Oh, God. Please, please let this be intentional. Please let this be on purpose. uh, there's so many good screenshots I'm getting from this game. Oh. Like, say the murderer is acting on the idea that they're real, so we should know everything about them to get ahead of them. Yeah, I mean, we could sort of bring up the, like, the serial killer angle of it, like the Nejima angle of it. But I think insulting his ego is going to get us there anyway. How dare you? You make it sounds like I'm stupid. This... This is art. This is genius. You couldn't be more wrong. Do you realize how devoted I am to this research? Me talking to Atomica. I guess you don't actually know anything about stars. Truth be told, my star knowledge has waned since I took the class. Now, if you ask me about cosmology, I know more about that now. Allow me to first elucidate you regarding the author of the Record of Fates. A special privilege, I might add, since I've yet to publish this in a paper. Yeah, okay. Oh, he's getting dramatic now. All right. The Record of Fates was written 200 years ago, in the latter half of the Edo period. It was written by a skilled but little-known onmyoji called Seiman Tsuchi Mikado. Yes, the magazine Cosmology. Absolutely. Maybe I can trick Dids into reading an actual cosmology magazine. This is important stuff. If nothing else, remember this. Seiman Tsuchi Mikado. I've never heard of him. I'm sure you haven't. He was born into a famed onmyoji family, but split away to practice forbidden arts in secret. He used whatever name was most convenient for the situation, so his real name barely exists in records. Or so it is written in the Record of Fates. Huh. I just read the comics? I think you mean the cosmics. Yeah, that's right. I can do the same thing. You think you're the only person who can play at this game? I'm right here with you. You're in my domain now. I am the one who jokes. As brilliant as Seiman was, he was also an eccentric. He delved into researching the Rite of Resurrection, a legendary forbidden ritual that had never been completed. Lordling, I have to apologize. You're caught in the crossfire on this, I'm afraid. However, by involving himself with this forbidden ritual, he was expelled from his family, and eventually found himself in Honjo in Edo. The joke czar. I don't think I have that much power. The Record of Fates are the writings Seiman recorded on the road to Edo. I see. So he wrote how to perform the rite itself? The Rite of Resurrection makes use of Abe no Seiman's specialty, the Taizan Fukun ritual, a means of communicating with the afterlife. It uses soul dregs to replicate the soul of a dead spirit that has been called. Replicate the soul. Oh wow, I never knew something like that existed. Thus, it is thought the only ones who can use it are those with the ability to turn human souls into soul dregs in the first place. So, the Rite of Resurrection calls for that ritual to be performed in advance. Then, when the soul dregs are gathered and infused with the wish of whoever is performing the ritual, it can be completed. The contents written in the Record of Fates end there. There's no more? What about the 7 mysteries or the curse stones? There's nothing written about them in the Record of Fates. The curse stones are separate from the Rite of Resurrection. Their curse is one used to enable one who is unable to perform such rituals to be able to use the rite. Huh. That's similar to what Mio said, actually. Files updated. All right, let's see what we got here. An officially appointed position, Onmyoji, an officially appointed government position with the Bureau of Onmyo in medieval Japan, performing divinations and rituals. All right, this is more general knowledge. The rite of resurrection. The manuscript holds detailed instructions on how to perform the secret art of reviving the dead. According to the Record of Fates, the mysterious ritual was devised by the gifted Onmyoje Abe no Seimei. It converts the souls of the dead bound for the underworld with soul dregs, collected as sacrifices through the Taizen Fukun ritual. The secret art of converting souls to dregs is out of reach to all but the most skilled practitioners. Huh. All right. How are 7 mysteries related to the rite? Excuse me, Mr. Araishi? What is it, Miss Kurosuzu? You published a theory before the incident took place. It said that the rite of resurrection and origin of the 7 mysteries of Honjo are related somehow. What proof did you have of that? You really know your stuff. But about that. That was a somewhat sensationalized piece written for occult magazines. Oh, really? It was just nonsense then? Not exactly. Rather, it's not a complete fabrication. There is a basis for it. And that is? Well, I suppose there's no harm in telling a couple students so passionate about the topic. Thank you. This is something I discovered from referencing numerous texts unrelated to the Record of Fates. It was just after Seimen arrived in Honjo. There are records of a conflict over a ritual used to resurrect the dead in Honjo. A conflict over resurrecting the dead? I don't know the details. A man enticed the public with claims of a spell that could resurrect the dead, causing a conflict that ended tragically with 9 dead. That is the only remaining reference. 9 people fighting over a resurrection ritual. I call this tragedy the Honjo Incident, and it has long been a subject of my research. And I suspect that this Honjo Incident might be the very origin of the 7 mysteries of Honjo. 9 people is 1 more than 7. You are almost correct. Almost 100% correct. The name 7 Mysteries of Honjo has always been a little bit of a misnomer because there have always been more than 7. There have always been 9 7 Mysteries of Honjo. Which is fucked up and weird and hilarious, but it is very folklore. Right? Of the name of a legend or a piece of folklore not exactly matching with the details of it. It's very realistic in my opinion. So what you're saying is the resurrection ritual at the heart of the Honjo incident is Seimen's rite of resurrection? Yes. That is how the Record of Fates ties everything together. To put it in chronological order, first, Seimen brought the rite of resurrection to Edo. We can assume that by this point, Seimen was likely using a different name. Then, in Honjo, 9 people fought to the death over this rite, the Honjo Incident. After that, the incident was covered up by an interested party, preventing it from being recorded in history fully. Eventually, it was passed down in incomplete pieces, becoming known as the 7 Mysteries of Honjo. That's more or less the course of events. Files updated. Is this the Honjo Incident? Yes, cool. So that's how they're connected. Then, if I'm getting this right, the 7 mysteries were basically required to gather the soul dregs necessary for the rite. Are the 7 mysteries related to the rite? And there's more. Huh? With this most recent occurrence of the curse, I've become even more confident in my theory. You are? Yes. The reason for it being the resentful memories of the 7 mysteries etched into those who received the curse stones. Resentful memories. Yako, if you really are a curse bearer, then when you obtained your curse stone, you would have had a resentful memory imprinted in your mind. Oh, I did! Exactly. Those memories are what happened in the final moments of the 9 who died in the Honjo incident. Broadly speaking, they involved dying while bearing some kind of deep resentment. The 9 victims became the 9 curse echoes, which over time came to be spoken of as the 7 mysteries. Thus, gathering the resentful memories granted by the present curses and connecting them together, it will reveal once and for all what happened during the Honjo incident. Huh. That's why you must tell me about the resentful memory of your fool's possession, Yako. Ugh. Mio, should I? Yeah, I think it's okay. We need all the information we can get. Alright, no option but forward. Whoops. All this talk of rights, the twist is that it's going to be the ritual that is actually a left. It always comes back to politics. Oh well. Tell him about a resentful memory. Is this game political, do you think? Okay, Mr. Araishi. I'll tell you about the memory of the Fool's Procession. Excellent. A ritual for free healthcare. I mean, resurrection is a kind of healthcare, I guess. I mean, who needs healthcare? Who needs a healthcare system if you have a spell that can bring people back from the dead? Right? That's probably going to be the next United Health pitch. If a United Health official ever comes out with with claims of having a spell that can raise the dead, that's when you know things have really gone off the rails. So basically, it's about a woman who died falling from a Yugara tower at a festival. Interesting. It's not that one, then. Not that one? What do you mean? Among the 9 victims at the Honjo incident, that is to say, the 9 curse echoes, one of them is Seimen himself. Or so I suspect. Okay, hold on, this is getting good. Resurrection is one of the best health outcomes when being administered after dying. Yeah, I think that's probably true. I think that's probably tautologically true. I think you've said a true statement. Huh? Seimen was one of the victims of the Honjo incident too? Meaning an onmyoji as powerful as him also became a curse echo. Right. It would make sense that the curse stone tied to a curse echo like that would be special. The power of a curse stone is different based on the curse echo? Mio. This may be then maybe with Seimen's curse echo we could... Yes, we may be able to settle this whole situation. Hey, what are you two whispering about? Oh, nothing. Sorry. About the resentful memories. Mr. Araishi, how many of the resentful memories have you gathered so far? I have learned a number of them. The Evergreen Beach, the Foot-Washing Mansion, the Ever-Burning Lantern, and now the Fool's Procession makes 4. Of those, the most important are the Foot-Washing Mansion and the Evergreen Beach. What are they about? First, the Foot-Washing Mansion. An onmyoji appears distinctly in this one. Really? But not Seimen, I'm afraid. A female onmyoji who sought the right of resurrection due to her obsession with her personal appearance. Her legs, which she had always taken pride in, were stricken with corruption after she was defeated by Seimen. Her curse echo is notable for being particularly easy to fulfill the requirements necessary to use the curse. That detective did well to escape this one. So a female onmyoji and rival of Seimin was involved in the Honjo incident? That certainly is interesting. Next, the Evergreen Beach. This curse echo is from a craftsman of Netsuke carvings named Jinkichi, who was hanged for spreading baseless rumors. He apparently spoke of something that granted the ability to bring back the dead. The Rite of Resurrection. Precisely, this man, Jinkichi, must have been in contact with Seimin. If I could just collect all of the memories, everything will be revealed, and the truth of the 7 mysteries will be mine. That is the knowledge I desire. Meaning, you need to gather as much information as you can from the curse bearers. Precisely. I have an agreement to exchange information with those detectives, but they might not even find the other curse bearers, so I must take measures of my own. Another thing. Yes? You never really finished about what the trigger for all of this was. Well, I don't know. Really? You're not hiding something from us, are you? It has something to do with how you obtained the Record of Fates, right? Huh? How did you really get a hold of the Record of Fates? To tell you the truth, we're in a race against time. It could be a disaster if we don't hurry. What are you talking about? Someone left a warning that at sundown today, they would use the curse to kill a lot of people. The one who left that message is the culprit behind the Nejima murders from 20 years ago. What? Something so terrible will happen? I won't allow potentially hundreds of people to become victims of a curse. I'll do anything in my power to stop it. Mr. Araishi, please, tell us everything you know. I'm sorry, but I truly don't know anything. The truth is, I was given the Record of Fates by a woman. A woman? Is it the Soap Baroness? I think it's the Soap Baroness. Well, her voice sounded like a woman's, but I didn't actually see what she looked like. 1 month ago, while I was investigating at night, I suddenly heard a formless voice. A woman's voice. It said, I entrust you with this ancient manuscript, and the Rite of Resurrection held within its pages. Mr. Clean is behind it all. God damn it. Aren't they getting rid of the mascot? Is that something weird I heard, or did I, dream that? Aren't they getting rid of the Mr. Clean mascot? That's fucked up if they are. Spread rumors of this ritual as far and wide as you can in the coming month. And before I knew it, an old document had fallen down at my feet. 1 month. 1 month? She specified the time period? I was told if I did, I could study the manuscript as much as I pleased. I wanted so badly to verify its authenticity. I ended up accepting. You don't know? I feel like I heard that somewhere. I might have dreamed it. I don't know. I haven't heard anything from the voice since then. It must have had you spread rumors in order to strengthen the power of the curse. To tie together the curse and the desire to seek out the right. This makes it likely that the owner of the voice is the mastermind behind all of this. Hence, I went public with the Record of Fates. Hihaku and occult magazines immediately jumping at the news was a financial boon for me. Huh? Hihaku? As in Hihaku soaps? Right. I mean, no, that's not important. Just some personal business. After that, I waited, trying to predict what would occur in a month's time. That's when the curse began. Those are all the details I have. Is there anything else you know? Very well. I've told you this much, I may as well give you one more thing. Thank you. What might it be? About Seaman's record of fates. There's a sort of continuation to it. Another document called the Record of Fates Yin Scroll. A continuation? Actually, a section written in Seaman's own hand was appended to the manuscript. According to which, after the Honjo incident, Seaman lamented such a calamity taking place. Wait, but I thought Seaman died in the Honjo incident. He apparently wrote the addendum for the event that the tragedy became its own curse. It seems he had an idea that the victims of the Honjo incident would turn into curse echoes and be used to gather soul dregs. It supposedly details how to handle any trouble that occurs as a result of the rite of resurrection. Really? Hold on a second. Don't you find that strange? What's the matter, Miss Sakazaki? You think my information inaccurate? Yeah, okay, Yako's on the ball. Yako's picking up the same things that I am. If Seaman died in the Honjo incident, then he couldn't have written an addendum. You really don't get it, do you? Huh? Am I wrong? Have you forgotten the ability Seaman possessed? Of course not. He could use the rite of Oh! You're telling me Seaman used it on himself? The rite of resurrection can be carried out in advance so that it activates when the soul dregs are gathered together. Then it is not possible that Seaman himself... Then is it not possible that Seaman himself was resurrected by the rite after it all took place? But he'd still have to collect the soul dregs needed to use the rite. Yes, and that's why they died. The 8 others besides Seaman. What? They died in the Honjo incident for their soul dregs? That sounds like it's the same as what's happening now. That's why I need the resentful memories, to learn the truth. I get it now. The issue at hand is that the Yin Scroll and the Record of Fates were supposed to have been passed down as a set. When I received the Record of Fates, the Yin Scroll was gone. Only this information was left. Supposedly, Seaman's blood descendants guarded it as they passed it down across generations. It seems that over their long history, the 2 documents became separated, and the scroll's location lost as the family line branched. All right. A couple options for what this could be. This could be Haru's family, all right? They're in the police. That's kind of the same as a government official, right? This family could have police in their veins going back generations. I think that's the best guess that I have right now. And it is a noble family, to be sure. Seaman had descendants. So there's someone out there related to him by blood even now. Yes, in fact, I've tried to trace the line as far as I could. He wasn't a well-known onmyoji to begin with, so a detailed family tree does not exist. It seems likely that the use of the manuscript has been long forgotten, only being passed down out of tradition. And since they aren't even aware of what they have, tracking it down is quite tricky indeed. I wish I could ask whoever that voice belonged to about the Yin Scroll. I'm sure you do. So basically, in the Record of Fate's Yin Scroll, Seaman himself wrote about ways to handle the curse and the rite, yes? Yes, that's right. I've been searching for it all this time, but I haven't found a single lead. So if you two find out anything about other resentful memories or Yin Scroll, tell me immediately. You owe me that much for telling you all this, do you not? That's the real extent of everything I know. Oh boy, that's a hell of a file update. Might become cursed and used in the collection of soul dregs for the rite of resurrection. Yeah. Okay, so we need to find this. This Yin Scroll. Yes, I understand. Thank you for your help. If you bring me some useful information, I'll take it into consideration for your school grades as well. All right, we've got an extracurricular project. We've got extra credit. Locate this. Locate the yin scroll. All right, street. Just street. Doesn't matter which one. We've learned a lot. So, to sum it up, there was a tragic incident with people cursing each other for the rite of resurrection in the Edo period as well. And the Record of Fate's Yin Scroll may have info we want, since it details how to stop the rite. I think that's about it. Right. If we could just find the Yin Scroll, we might be able to learn how to settle the situation. But even Mr. Oraishi didn't have any leads on where it is. How do we start looking for it? My extra credit is stopping murder resurrection by tonight. God damn it. It's still only going to be like 5 points of extra credit. You know that, right? Like, we could literally stop a curse mass murder, and it would still barely knock us up a letter grade. Someone involved in this now must have some connection to it, I think. I have a feeling the mastermind who awakened the curses is involved too. Right. What do we do next? So, Mio, what are we going to do next? Good question. It may be best to give the information we just learned to Inspector Tsutsumi. What if we stopped 2 murder resurrections by midnight? Alright. 6 points. I can swing 7, maybe. Well, that's not what you were hoping for, Jazz? You were maybe hoping for a doubling? Yippee! Okay, 7 is good. We got a pretty big clue from hearing about the Record of Fate's Yin Scroll. I'll take 7. Fair enough. Alright, go stop 2 murder resurrections. You have 24 hours. Go. 6, no 7? Never let it be said I am not hip with the youth. That was actually a complete accident. Mr. Tsutsumi might know more about it. Should we go back to school then? Yeah, that's our point of contact after all. Nor am I. We're a bunch of young at heart people, aren't we, Lord? Whoever's behind that voice that gave Mr. Oraishi the Record of Fates. That must be the mastermind, don't you think? Yeah. And he said it sounded like it belonged to a woman. Whoever it is, I bet they're scary. Huh. You don't sound like the Yako I know. Then let's catch him and make him spill the beans. I thought you'd say something like that. Really? I guess I'm just not really feeling that confident right now. I understand. What about the mastermind? I don't know if it's related to that woman behind the voice, but I'm also interested in the female Onmyoji who is the rival of Seimin. See, this is another thing. If the rite of resurrection can be set up in advance, you can just keep using it over and over and over again. It's entirely possible that this female Onmyoji might have just kept using the rite of resurrection. She might still be alive. It might be the case, in fact, that she has to use the rite of resurrection periodically as she, gets to the end of a normal human lifespan. In which case, the Soap Baroness might be heavily implicated. Though I have to say, if you are an immortal who has been alive since the Edo period, and all you've managed to achieve is being the head of a soap company, I feel like you're somewhat not taking advantage of your immortality. I feel like you can aim a little bit higher than a soap company. No offense to any soap company employees watching, of course, but I feel like, if an immortal existed, they'd be doing stuff more fun than manning a soap company. She's probably super rich, though, but that's the thing, that, like, if you're super rich, why own a soap company, of all things? People need soap, that is true. I don't know. I feel like you could just... if I was an immortal who's rich, I feel like I wouldn't be going into work. I would be doing more interesting things than going into the office at the soap company. Soap is always in business. I mean, I guess. Maybe she likes riches and power? But again, like, a soap company? Is that really the height of riches? I mean, this is 80s Japan. I don't know. Maybe that's going to be her next goal. Maybe that's still in progress. Soap isn't hard to make and provides have too many advancements? Maybe she's just shallow, DJ? Jeez. Maybe. I mean, a person who's willing to sacrifice other people's souls to maintain their own youth and immortality, there's going to be some shallowness there. There's going to be some selfishness there, to be sure. Some ambition. But again, I feel like that leads me to something like more ambitious than a soap company. Like, how are you not an emperor by this point? How are you not like a god emperor? Doesn't require too many advancements? That's true. I don't know. It's just a little bit weird. I'll keep it in my back pocket. I mean, like, she's the oldest, most supernaturally involved character that we have in this game so far. Unless... No. No, Yoko wouldn't need the Rite of Resurrection yet. She's still very young. I'm trying to find a way to get Yoko back into this story because I find it so weird that she hasn't come up again yet. She was so important at the beginning of this game, and after Okie's storyline ended, she's just not appeared again. Even Okie himself has, like, bled into other people's storylines. Everyone from the introduction has appeared in these stories at some point, except for Yoko. And that to me is really odd and suspicious. Yoko has to come back into this at some point, I feel like. About the nearby area, why do we care? Oh, that reminds me, Mio. You know what's nearby here, don't you? Huh? Oh, you mean where Michio... Yeah, where it happened. I was going there every day to leave flowers. Even though they always get cleared away anyways. I'm sure it must be hard to have to be reminded of Michio's death all the time. Oh, that reminds me. Yako. Yeah? When you asked me to do the spirit board 2 days ago, did you come here that day too? Yeah. I left some flowers before going to school. Why? Did anything seem different that day? What's this all of a sudden? Though, now that you mention it, that day, I suddenly felt lightheaded and ended up passing out for a little bit. But I came to right away and felt fine, so I didn't think anything of it. I see. That's all I was wondering about. Thanks. Hmm? Excuse me. You girls over there. Oh, not this clown. Not this train wreck again. Whoa. Sorry, I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but something you said caught my attention. And who might you be? I'm Yutaro Namagaki. I should probably tell you, Until yesterday, I was a curse bearer. That should clear things up. A curse bearer? Oh, you don't need to be scared. I've already given up the curse stone of the foot washing mansion. The foot washing mansion? So you're the one Inspector Tsutsumi was talking about? Ah, you already know Inspector Tsutsumi. That makes this simple. There's nothing to worry about. Oh, hey. You're in the driver's seat. Yako. Uh-oh. Yes, wait. What? Just now, was I doing something? Sorry. Mr. Namagaki, what might be the matter? Did he get possessed? Well, see, this is the thing. I think Michio died before the curses started happening. Or at least before this round of the curses started happening. Which means that this guy was in the car, probably with that girl he was working with, when they hit her. This is a weird development. This is interesting. I want to see where this goes. Right. I actually wanted to discuss something with you two. Would you come with me if you have a little time? No, no, do not go to a second location. Absolutely not. This is incredibly suspicious. Discuss something. With us? You were talking about Michio Shiraishi, right? It's related to that. Huh? I'm sure you would learn a few things yourselves. If not now, later is fine. I'll be waiting around Ryogoku Bridge. Something rubs me the wrong way about this, but he mentioned Michio. What do we do? Go to the school first. Sorry, but there's something we've got to take care of. We'll have to pass. Is that so? Well, that's too bad. I'm in no rush, so I'll be waiting at Ryogoku Bridge if you change your minds. Yeah, no, I think I just avoided death there. I think I just avoided death. See you again. Why can I still access this? This is still open. Interesting. Yeah, that was incredibly suspicious. Okay. Well, I think we're a couple minutes away from normal time. God, I really wish I could have done something to get her out of this storeroom, but I'm not seeing anything obvious. It's strange to me that this is open still, and this is open still. This is especially strange because we haven't... I guess there's another line that could have happened here. I think if I had gone with them, we would have died, and that would have been another branch-off point, like we had down here. So I think that's actually fairly explainable. I think that man intended to murder us, or someone he was working with intended to murder us, and I think we escaped that. So that's probably fine. This connection, though, is strange. Alright, I'm actually going to snooze that. Alright, I think that's probably where we'll end off today. Because otherwise we'd only have about 5 minutes left before I would normally end to do a storyline, and I don't think we'll be able to do that in 5 minutes. So, man, every week I play this game, I think, okay, we're probably not going to learn as much this week. But every week it just keeps getting deeper. The fact that we know about more details about the Rite of Resurrection, about how it was related to the Seven Mysteries of Honjo, the fact that we have a fourth character now, and that we need to get her out of the warehouse. Now, that's insane to me. God, I'm enjoying this game so much. And I'm really happy to hear a sequel is out now. So that's definitely on the list. I don't think I'll play it immediately after this one. I want to take some turns to look at some other games on my in my library that I've been sort of backlogged. Actually, I might be able to if I go to my library here. Yeah, like I wanna play Between Horizons, definitely. There's some stuff on my wish list that I want to eventually dive into as well. Between Horizons is probably gonna be the next thing we play after Paranormasight. But yeah, the fact that a sequel is out, very, very heartening. Menu, go back to Paranormasight. Awesome. All right, let's see who we can raid. I think I saw, if my eyes do not deceive me. Oops, I shouldn't have done that because OBS doesn't like it when I do things on my computer. I think I saw Baw streaming. And I so rarely get the chance to raid Baw. Uh-huh. She is indeed streaming. All right. Oh, and Mug streaming? Ah, damn it. I hate when I have to make a choice between a bunch of friends. All right. I saw Baw first, so that's how the dice is gonna roll. I got the notification for Baw that was first in the line. So we are going to raid Baw. I'm gonna get the raid messages out. Feel free to select whichever you like. I'm gonna go with the happy one today. That's what I'm gonna do. Then I'm going to raid Baw. Funny. Making sure I'm getting that capitalized properly. And raid is active. All right, cool. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me for another episode of Paranormasight, The 7 Mysteries of Honjo. Again, this game is phenomenal. I cannot recommend it enough. I'm having such a good time with this. I'm going to be continuing the mystery again next week. Same time, 1 p.m. EST, right here on this channel. So if you're missing notifications, that's when I'm always streaming. It's always going to be 1 p.m. EST on a Saturday, right here on this channel. So I hope to see you all then. If not, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, a wonderful rest of your week, and as always, stay true to yourselves, everyone.